You're new to ZVZ, or you're looking to jump into large-scale battles in Albion Online, this guide will help you find the right guild to get started. What is ZVZ and why does a guild choice matter? ZVZ, or ZvZ, is one of the most epic forms of large-scale PvP in Albion Online. We're talking 20, 50, sometimes even 100 plus players clashing in a massive battle, usually over territory control or objectives like castle, or during a scheduled event like a territory wars or hideout defenses. But here's the thing. Your experience in ZVZ can vary a lot depending on what guild you're in. A good ZVZ guild will have structure, clear roles, training for you, good shot callers, organized comms. They'll usually coordinate in both comms, like Discord, so you know when to engage, when to disengage, when a bomb is coming to bomb you from the enemies. But also, something very important is time zones. You want a guild that's active when you're online, especially during prime time for CTA, call to arms hours. Some guilds offer gear support, like re-gear programs, and that can be a huge help for a new player, so you can continue to build your bank without going broke while enjoying some of the large-scale content. So before you jump into a random ZVZ guild, take a moment to look around, check how the options are, because in Albion Online, the guild you join doesn't just affect your gameplay, it shapes your entire ZVZ experience. What makes a good ZVZ guild for beginners? So, what you actually want to look for in a good ZVZ guild, especially if you're just starting out, there's going to be probably about 5 key things to keep in mind. We're going to go over those right now. First, training-focused leadership. You don't want a guild that just throws you into a fight and expects you to figure it out. Look for guilds that actually teach where it's possible during fights, VOD reviews, when to engage, how to follow the shot caller, and how to avoid dying instantly in clumps to bombs, aka some positioning. Some guilds even run practice scenarios or VOD reviews to help you improve. These are great tools. Second, active comms. In ZVZ, communication is everything. A good guild will use Discord or other voice platforms to coordinate in real time. You're going to hear calls like hold. You're going to engage northwest in 3, 2, 1. Fall back. Hey, guys, look at the mini-map. There's a ping. Following these calls is going to be the difference between victory and full wiping. Third, time zone is going to be a big one. This one's huge. Guilds operate in different time zones, so you need to make sure their content, especially CTA timers, aka call to arms, line up with you when you can actually play the game. Some guilds are going to be NA-based, EU-based, C-based. Don't just join a random guild because they seem active or they look cool. Make sure they're active when you're online. Fourth, alliance strength. Your guild is a part of a bigger picture, sometimes. If you're in a strong, active alliance, that usually means there's going to be more content, better support, and more experienced players to learn from. It's not everything, but it helps. Very small things. There are good solo guilds too, but when you're starting, I would probably join a guild that's a part of a bigger alliance. Last, this one's going to be big, ladies and gentlemen. Economy support. Re-gear programs or loot splits can really take the pressure off of you. You will die in ZVZ. It's a part of the game. But a good guild will help you bounce back quickly, especially if you're low on silver or you're just getting started. All of these things can make or break your ZVZ experience. So, when it's time to choose the guild, make sure you're doing a little bit of research. Don't just join the first one you see. Where do you find ZVZ guilds? Now that you know what you're looking for in a good ZVZ guild, the big question is, where do you actually find one? Well, let's get started with the first tool we're going to use, the in-game guild finder. You can open it up with the social menu. Use filters to search by activities like PvP or ZVZ, or even sort by language or time zones. It's a decent starting point, but it doesn't give you the full picture. The next tool that I'm going to give you is the official Albion Discord. It has entire channels dedicated to guild recruitment, and you're going to see posts around the world, including information about their goals, their time zones, and whether they offer training or regears. Just make sure to read through the whole post and maybe drop a message asking questions so that you can get some feedback from them, and I'm sure someone will reach out to you. Those forums are pretty active. Another tip, which is one that I personally would probably avoid as a new player, but I'm still going to put it here so you guys have the option. Watching Albion streamers or YouTubers, many of them run their own guilds, and some of them even run guilds for newer players to create and establish a community. They usually have established shot callers and somewhat of organized contents. Just make sure they have everything you need in the guild. Alright guys, big one here. Red flags to avoid as a beginner when you're looking for a ZVZ guild. Alright, so before you hit the join button, let's talk about a few of the red flags you should absolutely watch out for when picking the right ZVZ guild. Number 1, zero training and high expectations. If a guild demands full CTA attendance, perfect comms, top tier gear, 8-1, 8-3, but really offers no guidance or supports for newer players, that's a big warning. You're probably in the wrong spot. You want a guild that's going to build you up, not burn you out. Second, no voice comms. If you join a ZVZ guild, they're not using Discord, they're not using any kind of comms, get out of there. That is not where you want to be, because you ain't going to learn with someone typing to you all the time, and they're not going to do very good, I promise you. Third, time zone mismatch. Don't join a guild because it looks cooler, because you've seen it hyped up somewhere. Make sure that your time fits their times. It's very important. Fourth, I'm telling you, no regear, no loose split. You need to bounce, guys. Get out of there, especially early on. Having no backup when you die can cripple your silver and make your ZVZ experience feel bad, and maybe even make you not want a ZVZ at all. We don't want that. I want to get you in there. I want you ZVZing, guys. Finally, toxic leadership and poor organization. If a guild is disorganized, chaos, people yelling at each other all the time in comms, it's not a good sign. Healthy comms, respectful leadership, it goes a long way in a high-pressure ZVZ fight. I'm telling you, just walk away. If you notice any of these red flags, don't be afraid to leave. It's a game at the end of the day. The right guild is going to give you the right experience, and it's going to make your ultimate experience fun. That's what we want. And that's it. Hopefully this has given you a clear idea of how to find a solid ZVZ guild that fits your style and your schedule. The right guild can turn Albion's chaotic, large-scale battles into something of the most fun and rewarding content in the game. If you've gotten any guild recommendations, or you want to share your experience, man, drop them in the comments. Everyone would love to hear them. I'd love to hear them. And if this video has helped you at all, man, don't forget to hit that like and sub button. I'm making this content for you guys. I want to help you guys get out of the yellow zone, get out of the blue zone, get you in the black zone. Thanks, guys, for watching. Good luck out there in the black zone. Hope to see you.